drop, drop. Go left, go right, waking up my appetite. No fork, no knife, heaven.
Are we? I was gonna go to YouTube.
Yeah, we're live. Boom.
Boo.
Hey, hello. I'm eating, okay? You guys are just gonna have to deal with
I'm
that.
skinny. As he's eating couscous. He has healthy food. Hi. What just happened?
I almost spilled it all. Let's put that over there.
Nuggies, CJ Nuggies.
Oh, I have to do it on my phone, that's why.
What do you have to do?
The live chat's not there. Give it a second. Fresh haircut? Yeah, I know. Also lost 10 pounds.
So there.
He's been doing.
He's been doing really good, guys.
The live chat's not there. Well, because I can't do it right now for some reason. I'm not even lying. Here, I'll show you.
What was I?
Like, there's no live chat on my phone for some reason.
I was just able to chat with them. Like that?
Mine doesn't show up. See it?
Refresh.
Oh, there we go. Can you guys hear us?
Yes, they can hear us.
Okay. Are you ready?
Are you ready?
Okay, so we were gonna do Kahoot. It's really complicated, so we can't do Kahoot. I had to spend all morning today PNGing, filing all of Wonderland's rides and Wonderland logos and creating this thing. I tried to do it on the Tier Maker website, and it's too complicated. So we're gonna do a little Brendan version of it. Did you change your air filter? What air filter? What's good? Okay, so we're gonna play a game. We're gonna rank Wonderland. We're gonna rank Cedar Fair parks, and then we're gonna rank Wonderland's coasters. Kahoot's too complicated. Maybe I'll try and figure it out because you guys obviously want to do it. So I'll figure out how we can do it, and then we'll play it. So what we're gonna do? You guys are gonna see my computer. You guys get to see my computer and all its little things. Welcome to my computer.
Oh my goodness.
Yes. I can't see what chat says now. I'm gonna have to open up my. Okay. So this is my little Kahoot version. I know all you were screenshotting my desktop there.
Oh, hi, okay. No, I didn't change the air filter.
Oh yeah, your car air filter. Does that need to be?
My engine air filter. No wonder everything's.
So this is our game. So we have star, check mark, meh, and trash. Okay.
So Yukon Striker, we know where that goes.
So we'll do the coasters of Wonderland, and we'll do the Cedar Fair parks. So I guess we can start with the Cedar Fair parks. Now, how should we do this? Should we do you do your rankings and then I do my rankings?
Okay.
Okay.
This will be fun to compare.
Okay.
Total honesty on how you personally feel.
Okay, agreed.
Okay.
And then we'll have you guys read us to filth after each time.
Okay.
So don't scroll too far because there's like thumbnails and stuff. So like.
Can I just have you do it?
Yeah. Okay.
So, Star Parks. This is how I personally feel.
Okay.
Kings Island at a star. Right there. And then we'll put Carowinds there too.
Oh my god, I hate you already. Because I know where Canada's going.
And King's Dominion.
What the?
And King's Dominion.
No, now we have problems.
Wonderland and the checkmark.
I literally really gonna fight you.
Now, guys, the only reason I'm putting Knott's Berry Farm in the green check mark is because I've never been there. So we'll put Knott's there.
Okay, you literally... Where is Cedar Point going?
In the green check mark.
Like, people are gonna, like, slash your
This is
tires.
how I feel. And we'll put Cedar Point in there, too.
Oh, my God!
Wait, what are the comments saying? Guys, do not judge me.
They're judging you.
I know they're judging. Put Worlds of Fun in the green check mark too.
What?
I had a good visit at that park when I went.
It's in the same box as Wonderland?
Well, Wonderland is a little bit higher, but we'll put California's Great America in the trash can because that's where it's going.
Oh, it's so sad.
And then everything else goes in the red circle thing.
Really? Even this park? Yeah, you made your decision. You don't get to go back on it.
Oh my god! Yeah, Valley Fair and Dorney Park. Dorney's terrible. I feel like people are already too triggered, but I would say put Dorney in the trash as well. Yeah, you know what? Put it in the trash.
Are we missing any?
I think that's
Yeah.
all of them. Okay, guys. This is how I, honest to God, feel. I've been to every one of these parks except for California's Great America and Knott's Berry Farm.
Oh my goodness.
I really enjoyed Worlds of Fun, the 2 back-to-back visits I went in 2014. I had a really good experience there. Cedar Point, I feel like I have to put it in the green box. And Brendan can attest to this, but I don't enjoy Cedar Point as much as I think people think. Like,
I agree with that. But...
Michigan's Adventure has only one ride, Shivering Timbers. That is Cedar Fair's best wooden roller coaster, in my opinion. I've only been to Valley Fair once, and when I went there, I had a very miserable time. Dorney Park I've been to many times, and every time I've gone there, I've never stayed at that park more than 3 hours. And Kings Island, Carowinds, and Kings Dominion need no explaining.
I can't believe your rankings, though. Like...
That's honestly how I feel.
This is crazy. Okay, guys, like, read them to filth. Read them to filth.
This is how I feel. I can't control
Read
it.
them to filth. You need to go to Knott's, my absolute favorite park. Jackson, I 100%. I haven't even been there, but I know it would be my favorite Cedar Fair park.
So that is the only reason I didn't put it top tier, is because I've never been there. But I have no doubt, like, I am not hating on Knott's at all. I feel like that is an elite. I feel like that doesn't even feel like a Cedar Fair park. When I think of Knott's, I think of more like a Busch Gardens, like more premium experience.
I'm shooketh right now.
Serious. That's outrageous.
Yes, Saria, you belong in the trash can.
guys. Okay. Kings Island, best coaster lineup in the Cedar Fair chain, hands down.
Agreed.
Hands down. Carowinds, I have never had a bad time at Carowinds. I love Carowinds. Fury 3...
You only ride Fury 325 at Carowinds, though. This is what pisses me off. You just put Carowinds in the... and King's Dominion. You put both those parks in there because they're gigas.
No, okay, so...
No!
Their gigas are really good, and their support is really good, too. So Afterburn at Carowinds, I love. I love Copperhead. Intimidator is pretty stupid.
You do not love Copperhead.
Okay, I would take it over Yukon.
Oh, my God.
So I like that. King's Dominion. Great lineup for me personally. You got I-305, you got Twisted Timbers, you got Flight of Fear, you got Dominator. They're racing wooden coaster, Racer. Same as Kings Island, still better than our wooden coasters.
Okay, should I go? Should I have a go?
Yeah, let's. No, I'm gonna get triggered now. I know
Okay.
Carowinds is probably going in the trash.
No, I move. Guys, don't react yet. Don't react yet, okay?
Interesting. Oh.
Okay. Valley Fair is like here for me. Like, if that makes sense.
Oh,
like,
if that was an option, I would have put.
Like, but I'm because it shouldn't be an option. It's down here currently. I do think it'll move up. Like, its future, it'll move up. But these are my current rankings.
You know what? Okay, I understand your top tier list. This is actually pretty predictable.
We can't really see. How come some... Oh! I see why. Our face is blocking the the bottom. Okay. Let me fix this. There we go. These two parks.
Okay, so let's go from the trash and work our way up. Why do you put those in the trash?
So Michigan's Adventure is just trash. Everyone knows that. Like, it has Shivering Timbers, and that's it.
So, okay, just to clarify here, guys, No, because when you rank a park, he does it properly. He actually ranks a park, not just a ride.
Mm-hmm. Michigan's Adventure is never going to be on my travel list. It will never be on my go-to list. Valley Fair, it just feels like it's missing a lot right now, and they're sitting stagnant, not really developing as a park itself, but I do expect them to eventually. So right now it's trash. It's not a park I'd go to. That's how I'm ranking it. Dorney Park, future's bright. Worlds of Fun's future's bright. And they're decently-ish rounded parks, so they're in the not really planning to go there yet, but I'm going to. California's Great America is a park that I actually think would have been a green check mark if they weren't being sold. But they are unfortunately, I don't really have, I'm not going to really visit them.
Mm-hmm.
But their wooden coaster, Ghost Ride? No, that's Knott's Berry Farm.
Gold Striker.
Gold Striker is something that would have been on my bucket list, but not anymore. Wonderland is a green check mark right now, but it will eventually move up to star in the next 5 to 10 years, I think. Again, keyword 5 to 10 years, it'll move up to star. King's Dominion is, honestly, if I was being completely honest, I'd put it here, but that's not allowed, so it's here. Carowinds I'd also place here, but it's not allowed. But Carowinds is a park that is also, moving up. So, it's here and it's moving up. Canada's Wonderland, moving up. A park that I actually think is moving down is Cedar Point.
Interesting.
A park that right now it's a star, but it's moving down. But Cedar Point can't be undermined when it comes to its food.
Okay.
So it has the best food in the chain. I haven't been to Knott's Berry Farm, guys, so don't drag me. But right now, out of the parks I've been doing, it has the best food in the chain. Theming, even though I don't like it personally, is superior to others, even though they have some of the ugliest sections of the park. I hate the Ferris wheel. I hate the chairlift. I hate the game section. But that is why I think it's moving down. I think the new spinning coaster is also a reason it's moving down, even though people say, oh, it's the boardwalk theme. There's other things you could have done for the boardwalk theme. That was their moment to really build a GCI. You could have removed Corkscrew and built a good GCI there and included that in the boardwalk theme. Especially Cedar Fair being able to spend so much money right now improving it. I don't get why Cedar Point got what they got. The restaurant looks awesome. Now that the final touches are going on, it looks a lot better than I originally thought. Knott's Berry Farm is just... What?
Whiskey Jack this man in his Ferris wheel.
This is how I view it. Honestly.
Now, with the addition of Dragster coming back, do you think that's going to change anything?
Yes and no, depending on what's done. If the rumors of what they're doing are happening, then yeah, it's like that. Kings Island is a park with a good coaster lineup, but nothing outside of that. They have no flat rides. Their food isn't as good as you said it was. Their restaurants really aren't top tier. They're losing hotels now too, which says maybe attendance is dropping. And to be honest, it didn't have charm like I thought it would. Or I knew it wouldn't, but it didn't have charm. There was especially there was a section where Backlot Stunt Coaster is ugh. It's just, and even walking down towards Banshee down that really long section of games and all that, I felt like I was in a theme park mixed with a carnival. That's how I felt.
That's the theme though of that area.
Oh,
Tony
I hate that. Ew. So that's why I personally, Kings Island's up here because it does, in my opinion, it was very well rounded. I said I was going to hate the park. I thought I was going to hate Kings Island, and I didn't. I loved it. So look at me not being biased. Look at me admitting my wrongs. But
I do agree with you though. When you say Cedar Point's going down, I think they're going down too. I think they've been going down for a while.
Yeah.
There's no landscaping. There's no anything there. Could you see Dorney Park kind of moving up into the upper mid tier
Dorney Park
in the next 5 years?
Yeah. So honestly, right now with how Cedar Fair is doing things, almost every park is slow except for this park's This works like that.
Sideways.
But every park is somewhat, and this is the beautiful thing, again, like where it's like Cedar Fair deserves recognition. Every park is slightly on the up, except for Michigan's Adventure.
Now, if we could do the Six Flags version of it, they all would be coming down.
Yes, they would. Okay, guys, are we able to collectively do your rankings?
Oh.
Like,
Okay.
everyone, if you, I'll do the most popular, okay? Whoever, okay, so where should Kings Island be, guys? The most answered will get it. Where should Kings Island be?
I don't know. Can we do a poll?
Are we able to do polls in here? I don't think so. Star. Everyone's saying star. Okay, so
Star.
Kings Island is a star for you guys.
A few people did say check, but I think majority said star.
Green check. Oh, okay. But yeah, the majority is star. Okay. Where is Knott's Berry Farm for you guys? I'll give it a second because it's delayed, so they haven't heard it yet. Okay, so Knott's Berry Farm. I'm going to separate it now. Knott's Berry Farm.
Some people are saying green.
Oh my goodness, it's mostly check.
Check marks.
Star. Oh, it's pretty balanced. Check, green. It's mostly check. Oh my goodness. Y'all theme park haters.
It's hard though to rank a park like, because everybody looks at different stuff. So
Cedar Point, my lovelies. No, I don't.
garbage.
Okay.
Needs to be a star. Yeah, I think this is pretty evident.
Cedar Point. Star.
Oh, not one person is saying check.
Obviously.
Yes, thank you, Jasmine. Thank you. Just I'm hanging out with Jasmine.
Star. X. Someone said.
Yes, thank you. Thank you.
All right, guys. Okay.
Red. I agree.
Carowinds, guys.
Oh, Melissa. This is Melissa. Aldo. Yeah, I see check.
Check red. Okay. It's definitely going to check,
Check.
especially with the reds. Yeah.
One singular red.
Okay. King's Dominion.
Thank you, Mr. Excellent.
Green, check. Star, check. Okay. You're where you belong, King's Dominion. Damn, so I'm an average rating? Canada's Wonderland. Oh.
I put Wonderland in the trash. Can't do that. I feel like there's going to be a little bias here.
Star garbage. Check. So it's definitely in check.
I think this is a pretty communal, like...
Yeah. I'm average. Worlds of Fun.
Code your mom. I don't have a mom code blast. Can I have one more of these?
What? Yeah. Red. Guys, oh my god, I have the same opinions as you guys. Worlds of Fun, okay. Trash. We're getting some trash though, so it's like okay.
Worlds of Fun would be low.
Dorney Park, guys. Dorney Park. Red. Trash.
Oh, Tate. It says check. That's interesting. I think it's red, but...
Shit. Too small, yeah. Okay. Valley Fair, guys.
You know Rides Valley there?
Valley Fair. X. Six. Okay, trash. Trash, red. Oh, guys, we're getting a mix of trash and red. Green, too. Oh, my goodness. So, I guess people are... It's kind of like...
I like Tata Star because of their TikToks. I agree. They have my favorite TikTok page.
Do they?
They do a really good job. They're like Dorney in that sense.
Okay, so Valley Fair is going to be barely in red. California's Great America.
I mean, I had it in the trash, but... Sell it! They are!
CGA. Check. Sold. Check. Trash. Red. Trash. Red. Check. Red. Check. Bad red.
I think red.
It's red. Okay, so it's up there compared to us. Michigan's Adventure. Donate to Six Flags. Trash.
For what it is, it's actually not a bad part.
I like their list.
I feel like this is the general consensus. Though,
Yeah.
Like in the entire coaster community. Next week we should do a Six Flags version.
Guys, next week, should we do Six Flags?
We should do a Six Flags version.
We'll do Six Flags. It is so hard to make these. When you see the coaster ones, wait till you see. And we'll have to pick a park by park.
Well, I'm interested though. I want to.
Six Flags would be hard for me to rank, to be honest.
Really?
Parks, yeah. A lot harder because I don't know a lot of them. Like, I know nothing about Six Flags America.
That's terrible.
Or Six Flags Over Georgia.
That's pretty good.
See, like, I don't know much about them.
Guys, I just want to address something here quickly. So all the parks in the red, can you see, like, that would be like the lower mid-tier parks, right? Worlds of Fun, Dorney, and Valley Fair are all kind of considered the same, just like Wonderland, Carowinds, and Kings Island. Do you think any of those parks have the potential to come up to like the better tier?
Donate Six Flags to Woodbine Center.
Hey, Great Adventure is an amazing
I
park.
can see Valley Fair and Dorney Park moving up. Dorney
Park
could. Yeah, Dorney, Worlds of Fun. No, yes. Not anytime soon.
I like that coaster cut, not anytime soon. I think out of all those three parks, I think Dorney would be the one to move up. That or Worlds
Did you
of
see
Fun.
their dive coaster? It's really unique for Wonderland.
Yeah, it's not for Wonderland. For
Sorry,
Dorney.
for Cedar Fair.
And that would be a third B&M. Now I know, like, you know, whatever, but you know, they would have a pretty decent lineup.
Michigan's Adventure can move up to heaven. Okay. So now what Six Flags wishes could happen. We're gonna do the coasters at Wonderland. Okay, so I didn't include Silver Street Coaster, Taxi Jam, all those. I only included like the family or adult coasters. Otherwise, this was taking me a long time. Some of them already came as PNG files, like Leviathan. Others did not, like this.
Oh, so you actually have to
Or
cut all those
this.
pictures out.
Yeah. Or this. So, and this one was hard to come by because I had to like edit out the background.
So, okay, I think you should go first this time, Brendan.
You want me to go first?
I want you to go first.
Okay.
Oh yeah. You can't do that. You can't do that. I swear to God, I knowing you how petty you are, I'm like, he's gonna do it. He's actually gonna put it in the trash. Interesting take. Okay. again, I agree. I mean, that ride almost burned down. Are you actually?
Yeah. Why not?
When do you ride it? Oh, you know what?
I'll explain. Yeah,
so
let me
that's yours.
explain.
I'm sorry. I do this a lot, guys. I'm sorry.
See, this is a hard one for me, guys. Like, I feel like Backlot Stunt Coaster personally wouldn't be here, but you know what? This is really making me understand Wonderland's lineup is trash. I'm trying to fit them all because I know I'm missing one. Time Warp, I think, right?
Yes.
Does it all fit? No, it doesn't. Okay. Oh my god! How many people are reading me to fill?
Brendan, you're getting it. You're getting it.
Did I get them all in? Did I get them all? I think so.
You got all of the adult ones. Brendan, please explain your list. Okay, let's start. Let's work our way from the trash up.
Are you sure? Okay, let's work our way from the top to the bottom.
Okay.
Yukon Striker, no matter how you feel about it, is both well themed. It's a GP magnet. You literally have seen it yourself. People stop and stare in awe, like they do. You don't see that at Behemoth. Okay, Leviathan is obviously a people fucking pleaser too. Like, people stop and stare temporarily at the poor paint job on the coaster. And it's a giga, so it's up there. Those are the 2-star attractions. Behemoth would be a star attraction, in my opinion, if, one, the trim was off. There are enthusiasts who are like, oh, the trim's always off. That is BS, and we all know it. The trim is 99% of the time on. It also, the rattle is getting so bad now that you feel it in your bones, in my opinion. Like, my bones rattle. Okay, so it is a great attraction. It was a star. It is now moving its way down. She's aging, okay? She's like Surya.
The hairline.
Vortex, I honestly, you want my honest opinion? I was going to put Vortex in the star. I was. I don't know why I was, because she's she's Betty White. Vortex is the Betty White of Wonderland.
Betty White died.
So Vortex is the Betty White of Wonderland, in my opinion. Mindbuster has the potential to be a great wooden coaster, but I know this is going to piss people off, maybe even some of my people I talk to, but the carpenters at Wonderland aren't that great. It seems like they discover things too late, and that the proper, like, why are they replacing the section on Mindbuster that they are replacing? Again, there are things we might not know. But there are other sections of Mindbuster that could have been retracked more. To be honest, I like Mindbuster. It should be red for its pain and all that, but I have fun on it because of the pain, if that makes sense.
Yeah. And the night rides are fun.
So, but that's it. Thunder Run, I don't personally ride this ride, nor do I have a care to ride this ride. The reason I put it here is because for the family park that Wonderland is, this is a star attraction. It always has a lineup. Do you remember the year when Thunder Run was closed for a month?
Yeah.
Yeah, when the wood collapsed?
Yeah.
You know how many people were upset about that? Did you ever walk by that area and people were like, what the? So, it's important. It's honestly important. Me, personally, I don't care for Stunt Coaster. I really don't. I don't like it. I don't find, like, the an about it. But people do. People love it. It always has a big line. So, it's up here. Look at me not being biased. The Fly, it is what it is. It is what it is. I think it should be themed to a little more Canadian, but that's okay. She's there. She's living her life. Dragonfire, again, she's like Betty White's friend. She's there. We know Betty White, Vortex, everyone thing, but Dragonfire is her sister or her friend. You know, we're like, we'll ride her. But honestly, what are these? take up so much. Dragonfire for me... Dragonfire for me is like... It could be down here too. But I'm putting her up here because it's like everyone's first coaster. It's a good step-up coaster. Until Wonderland gets another good step-up coaster, I think Dragonfire is important to their lineup.
That's like the classic.
Yeah. And then you have the Troublemakers. Wonder Mountain's Guardian, I feel like a lot of people disagree with me on, but I put it down here because honestly, I think this ride doesn't have much of a lifespan left unless they decide to literally axe a lot of it and just turn it into like a themed based attraction where you move slowly along a themed based storyline with Cedar Fair's ugly animatronics. I could see that. Flight Deck is honestly, I love it in the front row. It is fun here and there, but it is not a ride that should exist at Wonderland anymore.
Agreed. 100% agreed.
Wild Beast, in its state right now, until it gets retracked, is garbage. It is the worst ride at Wonderland. The worst ride at Wonderland. Okay? Time Warp, trash. It shouldn't be at a park like Wonderland. It should be at like Valley Fair or Michigan's Adventure. Okay?
Actually said that
Or the CNE. The CNE would make more sense. Like, ew, I'm not even gonna let you guys look at that logo. I'm hiding it from you. Okay? Time Warp doesn't exist. The Bat, I don't know how I do not know how this thing got a new roof. I do not know how they invested so much money in the last season into getting all those new parts that it needed. But they clearly plan on keeping this ride around. But in my opinion, it's painful. But you know what? I can understand why some enthusiasts would have this up here. Because it is. And you know what? If you like G's at Wonderland too, this is the most forceful ride at Wonderland. No matter how you look at it. Pulls the most G's. Flight Deck. So an enthusiast, a coaster enthusiast, I can understand why they would have the Bat and Flight Deck elsewhere. But for my old aging butt, this is what the trash at Wonderland looks like to me.
I think it's pretty accurate. Okay, guys, what do you guys think of this? I like the Bat. A lot of people actually do agree, Brendan.
Really? People are agreeing with me?
Well, some people say put the Bat. People either like the Bat or they hate the Bat.
And that makes sense because if you like G's, Flight Deck and the Bat are good rides for you.
Same with Wild Beast. Some people like Wild Beast.
I've always heard that. Wild Beast is one of those rides you either hate or loves. Same with Mindbuster.
Interesting. Backlot, best ride to operate. Yes, December.
Question period will be soon, guys. We're actually almost done. This is the last ranking. Like, once we're done the coasters, we're done. Okay, you go.
Okay, Okay. We'll start from the top and work our way to, make that as big as possible. Swap Yukon and Behemoth. We'll keep mine. No, I don't think Vortex is trash. Bring Vortex back up there.
No, do you see how the box is?
Okay, yeah. Okay, got it.
Okay, Vortex up.
That set. Oh god, now it's all the trash. We'll put Dragonfire in the trash. And we'll put Thunder Run, Guardian, the Bat, and Wild Beast up.
Guardian up?
Yep.
Trying to get Thunder Run. What about the Fly?
Keep that up too. It's a good ride for like kids. And it's fun. We have fun on it.
Why can't I?
Okay, we'll just pretend Thunder Run's up there.
No, it's okay. There we go.
And the Bat up.
The Bat up?
Yeah. Keep those in the trash and bring the Bat up. Okay. We'll start from the top. Leviathan, obviously, is Leviathan. I love it. Behemoth, I really like the airtime on Behemoth. I know there's the rattle. The rattle, to me personally, doesn't bother me at all. I know there's the trim brake, but if you ride it in the morning, the trim doesn't hit as hard. And this trim brake hitting this hard is a relatively new thing, like from 2019 onwards. If you rode it like in 2012, 2013, 2014, the trim wasn't that hard. But I like it. Behemoth is a long ride, and I will argue, and I know does 99% of the time it trims. However, if you get that one trimless ride on Behemoth when it's hot out or there's rain or something, I will say the airtime is more sustained and generally better than Leviathan.
That sounds like an essay. It sounds like you wrote an essay.
This is what I think about when I can't sleep. Yukon Striker. I'm not hating on it. It is a great ride, great investment for the park, great investment for the general public. Like, everyone knows that, you know, and I'm sure it's boosted attendance phenomenally. But for me personally, as like a strict, like not a roller coaster enthusiast, but someone, you know, like I still view it as a dive coaster at the end of the day. You know, it might be one of the best dive coasters, but that's why it's in the green box for me. Mindbuster, I have a lot of fun on Mindbuster. It is extremely painful, but I think that ride is fun, especially at night, or if you ride it right after it rains when the rails are wet. Like, you're flying on that thing. Like, you're honestly flying. Vortex, great ride. If you're in the front or the back, you get that awesome swing coming into the brake run. However, they did something to it at the end of last year where it didn't swing as much coming in. Do you remember that? They almost nerfed it.
Which one? Oh, Vortex, yeah.
Vortex. So that was a little disappointing. Stunt coaster, it has a launch. I have to put it up there. And when you think of everything else at Wonderland, there's really nothing that would be up there.
Keep going.
And the
keep
Helix
going.
it can be forceful on a hot day. Thunder Run, I would put it in the trash, but Brendan brings up such a good point. It is a family ride, and you gotta have those. And it's a Winterfest attraction. It's one of the few roller coasters that can actually run during Winterfest. The Bat, I personally like the Bat. It is extremely rough, but going backwards is a unique experience for Wonderland. Guardian never works. I personally don't ride it that much, but I feel like when it does work, it always seems to have a line. The Fly, that's a fun ride, especially when you get really big people on it and you lean into it. Wild Beast, I know it's garbage, but again, when you get those rain rides on it, it can be fun. If they gravity group it, I think it does have potential.
Yeah, if they gravity group it.
group
But in its current state,
it's better than Dragon Fire. No! No, I'm fighting for you, Wild Beast. I'm fighting. And the bottom, I don't think the bottom needs much explaining. Time Warp Flight Deck, absolute garbage. Dragonfire, the reason I put Dragonfire down there, I find Dragonfire very rough and extremely unenjoyable. I think it's boring. Now, I know it is a good step-up coaster, but the park has other good step-up coasters like Stunt Coaster, The Fly, maybe Vortex. I think Dragonfire is painful. I think it's very short. I think it's boring. I think it needs to go, so you could put a mock double launch there. And yeah, that's my opinions. Which is everyone saying. I'm starting to GoFundMe for Dragonfire. Yeah, I'm not hating on anything, but that's just how I genuinely... This is how I personally feel, so I'm not... Yeah, it's going to be biased is how I'm being biased, but that's how I feel.
Okay, let's have you guys correct us now. Okay. One by one. Get your answers in really quickly, so get to the keyboards. Okay? Leviathan, where are we putting her? Where we putting Leviathan? Star. Where are we putting Behemoth? Behemoth. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so star. Boyfriend material. Star. Okay, wow. I see some people hating on it too, but yeah, it's mostly star. Where are we putting the best ride in the park, guys? Oh,
Leviathan's already been placed.
Where are we putting Yukon, guys? Come on, don't let me down here. Yukon
green
Striker.
check, yes, get the green in. No, get the lower check. Yes, star, green check.
Holy shit, this is so mixed.
Red, lower check, green, trash.
Okay, there's a lot of stars.
I'll say star. Oh, there's the lower tier. Star.
Okay, yeah, it's like
the B&M.
Yeah, it's like, okay, Mindbuster, guys. Where's Mindbuster going? Mindbuster.
I can see this going in the trash.
Mindbuster.
Green
check. Okay. Backlot Stunt Coaster.
Ooh. Red. Star, green, check.
Green.
Star, check. Star.
This says a lot that Wonderland needs a launch coaster. People are even.
Thank you, guys.
Green. Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, it looks like. Okay, the bat. The bat, guys. 5, 4, 3,
Red.
2,
Star. Oh, I think we need star.
Star.
Red.
Red.
Check. Red. Star. Trash. Red.
Red. Okay. Guardian. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Counting. Trash.
Red. Star.
Trash.
I think it's trash.
Okay. The Fly. The Fly, guys. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh no, Connor put star. Red. Check.
Green.
Seeing a lot of green and red.
Yeah. Green. Oh, it's mostly.
Trash. Michigan's Adventure.
Oh, it's so balanced. Okay, I feel like green beat it slightly.
That's really disappointing.
Thunder Run. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. We're bounding on in our favorite rocket ship. Flying to the sky.
We have some greens. We have a star. Red. Green.
Green.
Star.
Green star. Okay, with the stars in green, I think it's in green.
Choo.
Okay. Vortex. Don't let me down, guys.
Garbage.
Vortex. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. We're going on a ship in our favorite rocket ship, flying to the skies.
I think it's a star.
Star. We're gonna put her up in star. Yes.
That is so depressing.
That's where I wanted to put her.
That's so depressing for our park.
You guys have good taste. Good taste. All right. Dragonfire. Jasmine's going star. Ow, my neck. I just pulled my neck.
God. Vortex for the
Green
win.
check. Red. Green trash. Ooh, guys, I think this.
I think it's green.
It's green. You guys are a little nice. Wonder Mountain's Guardian. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Check. Green. Trash. Green. Trash. Garbage. Trash.
Trash. Oh, yeah, this is garbage.
Yeah.
Okay. Flight deck. Where's flight deck going, guys?
Do we even need to vote for this?
5. We did it already. Oh, we did flight deck?
No, we haven't done flight deck yet.
Trash. Okay, so it's going in trash. Time warp. Time warp, guys. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Red.
Red.
Oh, that's just
Red. Trash. Okay. And last but not least, Wild Beast.
Trash. Check. X. Red. Green. Star. Red. Check. Green. Star. Green. Red. Green. Red. Green. Red. Green. Star. Green. Star.
It's going to green. With the stars, even with the reds, it's going to go to
Yeah.
green. Damn, y'all have no taste. Okay?
Very depressing.
Now we know where our ride punishments are going to be this year. Flight deck and time warp, as always.
And Guardian. No, we're not waiting an hour for. That should be a punishment. Someone has to wait in a regular line.
Well, we go do our own thing.
Oh my God! Yes, can we please?
Oh my goodness. Save yourself. All right. Well, yeah, that's what you guys had to say.
That is interesting.
Yeah. Oh. Okay. Let's go. Question period. Whoa!
Boom!
The stream's catching up right now.
Oh my God!
You should see my streaming software. It's catching up to your comments. It was like. All right, guys. I have a couple questions. Stunt coasters should go in the trash just to be replaced with a better launch coaster.
Hey, if you're putting a launch in it, that's fantastic. Yukon Striker needs a launch. Hi, Connor. Favorite answer from Grace last weekend. Last week.
Okay, well, there was a lot of hidden tea.
Fly should be red. RMC Taxi Jam. What questions do you guys have?
Yeah, okay. Now I'm caught back up, I think.
If you check in VCT...
Okay, favorite answer from Grace last week.
Felt like there was tea in them about the mountain.
Yes and no.
That was interesting.
Yeah. Okay, the biggest tea is that Wonderland would be building unique attractions that are different from attractions that already exist in other Canadian attractions. Mm-hmm. I feel like that was the most important question that she answered.
Quick key switches, that's just the decal. The decals on Leviathan on the Zero car are really starting to come off.
Do you guys play Roller Coaster Tycoon? Not really.
Not Roller Coaster Tycoon. Nothing against it, though.
Worried when I join.
You should do a whisper challenge roasting each other's favorite parks and rides.
What's your favorite ride at Wonderland? We already know yours.
Leviathan. And yours?
My favorite ride is Yukon Striker as a total package because that's what started my channel.
What's the best ride at Wonderland?
Taxi Jam.
that means Leviathan.
Because it's open year round.
Oh yeah.
This eye is do you see it?
Oh my god, that's the one with the cyst too, wasn't it?
Yeah, but now this time it's the contact. Now it's pussing, so something's wrong. So I have to put eye cleaner in it. No, it's misaligned. Look closely. Oh, it is. It's not center.
Is that just the angle though of the camera?
Yeah, it could be. It's probably the angle. With Wonderland automating more jobs and admissions, and after the stabbing last Halloween haunt, what do you think? So there actually wasn't a stabbing last Halloween haunt, just to clarify. It was just a stampede. It was people reacting to something. There wasn't a stabbing.
No, well, first the rumor was a gunshot,
yeah,
which wasn't true at all. Then someone said stabbing, which wasn't true either. Oh, I like this. Brendan, if you could get someone on the podcast that makes...
Oh, he's right. Look, so the bottom of this eye is touching the edge of the train, and the bottom of this eye is anywhere close to the bottom of the train.
Oh, yeah.
That's just a bad decal job.
I mean, have you seen those decals? They're kind of falling apart. No, Leviathan's giving side eye to Yukon.
If you could get someone on the podcast that makes the decisions and assigns the rides. Yeah, that's not happening, guys. Grace is all we're getting on the podcast from Wonderland.
Could you imagine Peter?
Peter would be like, oh my god, I have so much better things to do right now.
Where will Tundra Twister rank on your list? I have no idea, Mr. Excellent. I have to ride it first.
It's going to be the best flat ride at the park.
I don't think so, but...
You can't even flip anymore, so I don't want to hear it.
I can still flip, it's just not healthy.
Planet Coaster's kind of boring. Not gonna lie. I did my fair share of it.
Yeah, No Limits is very complicated. For me, at least.
There's no news coming out of Marineland. There's no news. Like,
No.
Yeah. They sold their whale. They sold their little
Walrus
to SeaWorld Dubai.
He's going to Dubai. Yeah, if you're the walrus, I'm the whale, okay?
You're the transport vessel carrying me over there.
I like this Ryan's question.
What?
If Canada's Wonderland makes Cedar Fair the most money, then why is Cedar Point the Golden Park?
So Canada's Wonderland does not make Cedar Fair the most money. Cedar Point makes Cedar Fair the most money, followed by Knott's Berry Farm, then Canada's Wonderland. Cedar Point earns income from the sports complex. Outside of if you even want to take the sports complex out of it because it's not fair, the hotels at Cedar Point generate so much income.
Castaway Bay year-round
Yeah.
income.
From the sporting events. It was really smart that they built the sport complex because we saw it in action.
How many people were there?
It was fully packed, and then the Cedar Point hotels were fully packed.
In fact, I think this was a rant we were supposed to do now, how Sandusky has more to do than Toronto.
We'll do that on the next episode. But yeah, Cedar Point is the most profitable park in the chain, then Knott's Berry Farm, and then Canada's Wonderland.
I feel, though, Knott's is year-round, so... Brandon Tew wants a B&M Wing Coaster. Good man, another B&M. I like
no,
it.
thank you. Would a Wonderland hotel be a good financial decision for Cedar Fair? Yes. The one that they had planned, a little lazy. I think if Cedar Fair really invested, double down, he doesn't like this, but if I was Cedar Fair, I would remove Kingswood and build a Great Wolf Lodge. Or their own, Castaway Bay. They have their own, they don't need to partner. I would go full out. I'd build a Castaway Bay in Kingswood's plot of land and open it year-round and have that hotel. The amount of Canadians that would go there, especially in winter, like you could even sell day tickets to just the water park, the indoor water park, okay? There's things that Cedar Fair could do in the Toronto market, and I really hope they eventually do it. And they don't even need to be attached to Wonderland. Cedar Fair could build things like sports complex isn't anywhere near Cedar Point. It's a good, 10-minute drive,
least,
15-minute? Yeah. So they could do that. I just would like to see investments that are open year-round that boost the amount of money they make in Canada.
Key switches question. So how would making a second gate instead of doing a reno fare with the park? Any pros or cons, such as staffing costs? Maybe this could be a video.
That's a good question. I think they need 2 gates even with a renovation.
Kingswood Gate.
I have a group of engineers right now designing a universal style front gate, literally animated and everything, guys. It's costing me a penny. They're making a video, like an actual animated video. Here, I'll show you. This is a rough draft. This is one of the concepts they sent me. It has exits outside. It has gift shops. It has bigger restrooms, and there's a Starbucks outside of the front gate for parents who maybe don't want to go to Wonderland. They're building it wasn't like a city walk. It's just a little seating, a big patio area, and a Starbucks outside of the front gate. And very Canadian themed. This is a rough draft. It looks different even now. That a group of engineers are designing, and they're doing some animation, and then they're gonna add the coaster in World Expo that I think will go along with this front gate. But yeah, this isn't I didn't just plaster Canada's Wonderland logo on some random building. This is something I paid for, or I'm paying for. So yeah. And that's another idea. I think Wonderland should have a city walk too in Kingswood. I don't think Kingswood should be used for a coaster. They don't need a coaster over there. They have plenty of land for coasters.
They need a coaster over there. No launch strata.
Would a mock multi-launch be open in the winter? An Intamin would. That's part of our reason thinking that Wonderland could be going down the Intamin route. What's the bear's name? It doesn't have a name. It's Surya.
Oh, I'm really skinny, actually. Thank you. I'll take that. This is Brendan.
It is. This is what other roller coaster enthusiasts in the Wonderland community think of me. Lo and behold, maybe that's why she's my favorite character.
Doesn't even kiss me.
I would sleep with Angelina Jolie. Do you play Roblox? Yes, you keep asking. Yes, I play Roblox. Not religiously. I play it with friends in Discord. I will not sit there and play Roblox by myself, though. Do you play Roblox?
Not really.
Has anyone died at Cedar Point?
Yes.
ride accident related?
No, stupidity related. So in I think it was 2016 or 2017, someone lost their loose article on Raptor. They jumped over the fence to go retrieve it and got unfortunately decapitated.
Wasn't that why Valraven's announcement was delayed?
That was
due to its dark theme.
No, they were gonna name it something else.
Banshee.
Yeah, it was gonna be named a different name, but they chose not to because it was too close to the accident. Which I don't think the park should have done, because that was the guest zone stupidity. You never go into a restricted zone.
Can you imagine passing away
Could you
because
imagine
you
being
lost a
on
hat?
Could you imagine being on the train? That was an active train with people on it.
Okay, no more. Oh, I would. Oh,
Like, put your feet up.
Cedar Point would be paying for my trauma therapy. What places would you pick for the food festivals this year? I think Wonderland should only hold the food festivals back in Frontier Canada, the most amount of space.
Whitewater Canyon area?
Yeah.
Oh, agreed.
Yeah.
And that's why actually my favorite area of the park. And they put those beautiful lights up sometimes. Those Edison bulbs. Oh.
Ooh, Key Switches has a good question. If you could replace the 3 B&Ms with another coaster model, but the exact same layout, what manufacturers would you pick?
Intamin. Oh, wait, that doesn't have to be... All 3 don't need to be the same. So Leviathan would be Intamin. Behemoth would be Mach. Yukon Striker would be Gertzlauer.
Okay, I agree with that. That's what makes sense.
No, but what do you want?
I meant coaster models, buddy. What?
Like,
But the
coasters?
the same layout.
That wouldn't work.
I wouldn't change it.
The
It
layouts wouldn't work.
The
Key switches, you'd get decapitated or blown off if you picked a wing coaster.
Yeah, no, I like.
Leviathan would be a sit down.
Yeah, nothing else would make sense.
Yukon Striker would be a stand up. Behemoth would be a wing coaster. Leviathan would be a sit down. There you go.
And then Mr. Excellent meant what countries. I would love to see. They've done Italian so many times. I would like Mexico would be cool. Oh, Mexico would be really cool. I think that Day of the Dead festival that they had at Haunt would do well as a food festival. Maybe that's what Grace was talking about. Maybe that's what Grace was hinting at when she said they're adding some. And
I would like to see an Indian thing. I think that'd be kind of cool.
our head chef is Indian, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, he'd be great at coming out with a menu for that.
I hope so.
Can we do Kahoot, please? I have to pay. So, by the way, one of the reasons I can't do Kahoot is you now have to email someone from Kahoot to get an account and a subscription, like a pay.
Actually?
Yeah, it costs money because
It's
schools.
not free anymore?
No, because it became popular with schools. It's not free anymore. I tried, and then I was literally willing to pay for it. Like, I was gonna set up an account and everything, and then it was like, "Hey, email us, and we'll give you like a price." And I'm like, "Oh,
what? There's no set price?
There's no set price," which tells you that it's going to be inexpensive.
They're just taking advantage. Oh, I like Jim Jackson's question. How long do you think Timberwolf would be around for?
Oh, it's aging really bad.
I don't think any longer than 5 years.
Yeah, it's like literally cracking and like water spewing out everywhere.
That's a lot of land it sits on.
If it's free, if someone wants to message me after the stream, when I went to go, it was not free.
Oh, Mr. Excellent's question. Do you think another show will take over Tundra this season?
Yes, we know that. We know that to be true.
Oh, yeah, I think
The contract for Tundra ended, and they were seeking a different design. Hold on one sec.
What other questions do you guys have? Brand new park, whole new plot of land, same land design as Wonderland. What attractions are you putting where rivers and lakes stay the same?
What? Whole new plot of land, same land design as Wonderland. What attractions are you putting?
Literally, Kings Island, just whatever Kings Island did.
Yeah, that's kind of a loaded question.
Yeah.
That's too loaded of a question to answer here. That's like a whole video.
That's.
A wing coaster would make sense for Canada's Wonderland, even though I don't want one at all. The capacity on the lift hill models.
Did you see how he had to say lift hill models?
Yeah.
Did you see that?
Because he thinks for some reason that if Wonderland was going to get a wing coaster, it'd be a launch, but it makes absolutely zero sense. Watching 3 years.
Bring in the Thunderbird, baby!
Wonderland's introducing Canada's fastest, shortest wing coaster. But yeah, Whiskey Jack, that depends how many people are going to play. Look how many people are in our streams.
Oh,
Like,
I didn't even think.
yeah.
Server can't hold 70 people.
Yeah, like that's what you don't like. When I was thinking, I was like, okay, at least 40 people are going to play or something like that. And I feel like if we advertised it, more would play, and that's the scary thing. Oh, maybe I went down the wrong section. If someone can figure it out for me, clearly I'm not good with technology, because I was about to buy a school plan for...
Aldo, I think that is Lumberjack.
Yeah, Lumberjack would have the best until we get a mock.
Yeah.
Honestly, I agree. An Intamin launch for Wonderland makes no sense now because you even said Intamins can run in winter.
Yeah.
They can run in winter. They're permitted to run in winter.
Yeah, even like the LSMs, they have heaters. You know, if they keep it low to the ground, there's no valley risk. And Intamin allows. That's the biggest thing. Intamin will allow it to run in winter. This is going to kind of be a sidestep, but I don't know. Do you guys remember when Six Flags put the Batman, the ride clone? They had one train and they were putting it backwards and they were sending it to each park. B&M did not permit them to do that. They did that against B&M's will, which is why they stopped it. But Intamin has like no holds bar.
Why can't Wonderland just take out Flight Deck? Well, there's a whole process. Again, this is like Wonderland can't just remove like 3 attractions because they're bad and have no replacement. Wonderland needs capacity. They need people eaters. What about the bat and its direction? Well, it looks like they're going to keep the bat. Also, Neil says repeat what you just said, I think.
About Intamin?
I think so.
So yeah. Oh, the Six Flags, they have Batman clones, B&M inverts, and they had one train that they cycled around to all the parks with the same ride, and they put the train on backwards. B&M did not allow that, whereas in Intamin...
Oh, sorry.
Oh,
Wonderland, it doesn't look like Wonderland has any plans to remove the bat. So when you look at in terms of investment, let's say the bat was getting removed 2 years from now. The bat had some pretty bad problems happen this season that required ordering some pretty expensive parts. They ordered the parts, and they put a lot of time in replacing the parts and focusing on it. You also look at the station building. They redid the entire roof, shingles, themed as well. So it wasn't a lazy job. It was like a detailed job. So what that tells you is, in my personal opinion, I don't know this for sure, but it doesn't look like the bat is going anywhere anytime soon. Are we still on first area teaching someone how to do skyhawk flips? Yeah, 100%, right?
yeah, let's do it. I don't think Wonderland would ever go year-round.
No. I think over the next couple of years, you'll see them opening up early April. I could see that.
I'm surprised that actually hasn't happened.
Yeah. Well, okay. So a lot of people don't know this. Wonderland's actually technically opening the 3rd week of April, 2nd week of April, something like that.
23rd, I think, is their first
Yeah.
one in April.
Oh, they're doing more events too, though.
I know the Carpenters one is the 23rd, Saturday.
They're doing
April.
the same event we went to last year. With
Is that the 23rd or the 24th?
Probably the 24th. So they're opening up earlier than you think. They're selling a lot of events, and from what I understand, they're actually selling a lot of school events too. They're open year round right away. Or sorry, daily right away.
And this is the first time in Wonderland history.
Yeah, so they have added a few more operating days. Who did the renderings and animations for the gate reno? Escape Designs, or are you not allowed to tell? It is Escape Designs that is working on the front gate.
Oh, new fireworks spot this season. Yeah, Lazy Bear Lodge on the patio eating a pound of brisket.
I can't eat the brisket; it's too fatty. I'm gonna have to pick very specific items to eat this year. I'm so motivated to be on top of my health now. Like, I've felt like crap this last year. Is there going to be a pass holder preview this season? Yes, there will. Yes. It's the best. What park in the world do you think has the best coaster lineup? My personal opinion, total package, Universal Studios. Then Kings Island.
My opinion, out of all the parks I've been to, if everything is operating, I want to say maybe Great Adventure, Kings Island. I've never been to Magic Mountain, so I'm probably going to say Magic Mountain.
Do you think the new rides will open on time?
What's that, another question?
Hold on. Let me see if I can do something for you guys. Let me see if I'm actually good at this editing. There we go. Okay, I'm somewhat good. Okay, let's drag this down. Oh my god, did that update live? If that worked, that's crazy.
My phone's almost dead, so I can't check.
It did.
That's awesome.
Oh my god, that's so cool. Okay. I moved it. So if you look at the screen right here, right under the camera, that's the station for Snoopy's. And you can see the freshly poured concrete. Concrete. You can see it's fresh. So they were just pouring it. And when I was filming this, there were people walking on it in bag. I could see bags around their feet or whatever they wear. They had something around their feet that was obviously like protective. That's freshly poured. And you can see the footings in there too. I don't know what those ones are for, because I'm assuming the track goes down the middle there. But what you can't see is the footings for the rest of the ride. So where I'm moving our webcam, you'll see all these markings. Those are grading markings from what I've heard from people. So I don't know what that means. Like, they have to level the land there?
Yeah, and get the proper grade. So if the track's like at a 45-degree angle, they'll angle the land to 45 degrees.
Ah, okay. So they still need to do stuff there. So I personally think that Snoopy's Racing Railway is behind. What do you think? But Wonderland's pulled at, like, guys, Yukon Striker looked like it was behind too.
That's March 4th. When they finally get to the point where they can erect track, that's gonna take less than 10 days to do, because it literally just goes apart like Lego. Like, that is the quickest part of the whole build. So I don't know. I want to wait and see how long it takes them to get to that point. I would have to imagine they have to be getting close.
He asked about Baron's Curve being in storage at Wonderland. From what I've heard, wasn't it shipped off for parts?
Yeah, that's not it.
What?
I don't think that's at Wonderland anymore. Baron's
Curve.
Curve.
So one of their sister parks, from what I understand, Carowinds. Who has Baron's Curve still? Is it Carowinds? Someone has Baron's Curve still. Cedar Fair would have sent that to whatever park still has it. But I can ask. That's a good question. Actually, Grace probably could have gotten that answer on our previous stream. Nobody does. It's gone. Oh, okay. So maybe it is still in storage.
It went to Katie.
But Mr. Excellent, Lazy Bear Lodge opened way later than it was supposed to. It was supposed to open in Canada Day weekend, and it was delayed significantly. Oh. How do you get into early media events? I want to get in before it opens up for that. You have to have an audience. You have to be like YouTube, Instagram, like influencer, or like a news media outlet.
And Coaster Cat I-305.
Yeah. Adults cannot ride the new coaster without a kid. We got that answer. Grace has confirmed that. What do you mean? What happened last season? It being overcrowded? The park likes that.
So, I know what Mr. Excellent is talking about. Previously, last year was the only year that this happened. Well, it's probably going to past preview day was an actual day, where in the past it used to be only 4 hours, but I think because of how many season passes they sold, they figured they better make it an entire day.
But yeah, Wonderland's goal isn't to have an exclusive event. Like, their goal is to fill the park.
Which is proper, in my opinion. Like, give everybody the opportunity to go.
If you would ask her about Baron Curve and if there is anything they would bring it back, I doubt it. I know Baron's Curve was such a classic ride for me. It was my dad's favorite ride for some reason, and it became like my favorite ride. It's just so many memories. I miss it a lot. I miss Great Wall of China too. I think that was
yeah.
That was like, I really hope that they kind of like.
I'm surprised we don't have a Himalaya.
No, that doesn't make sense at Wonderland. We don't have any of those like carnival themed areas.
I mean,
get your little carnival butt out of here.
Be more fun than the Rage.
Your dad's my favorite ride. He's dead?
I'm sorry!
I used to work Blue Whale. What's blue? Is he calling us a blue whale?
You're blue!
And you're the one of those ships bigger than a blue whale.
I'm a container ship.
Will Wonderland bring back Zuma Flume? That's actually a good question, because the park is interested in having a classic log flume at the park. I don't know how plausible that is, though.
I would say get rid of Timberwolf for log flume back.
You can't fit a log flume there, though. How do you fit a classic log flume back there, especially with Tundra Twister now?
Have it interact with Whitewater Canyon's forest the way Kings Islands does.
Blue Whale of China at Wonderland. Blue Whale? Oh, wasn't it Great Whale of China?
I thought it was Great Whale.
He would know, though, if he worked it.
A Daddy Pig coaster, rated number 2 best coaster in the U.S.
Is that true?
Yeah, they voted for it. And they're a bunch of idiots.
Yes, the coaster would already be bought. Grace even confirmed that in the podcast. She said attractions are planned really far in advance. It was Great Whale. Okay. Could you ask Grace if Baron's Curve's theming is still around? Giant horn, goats, etc.?
A lot of that stuff is stored in the mountain.
Yeah.
Like all the old Hanna-Barbera stuff.
Yeah, they have Flintstone stuff.
So that's pretty cool.
What show would go in the theater? Something, it would be similar to Tundra, just different storyline.
Key Switches asked, are you going to be at the park every day once they start erecting track?
Yeah, we go every day.
No, I think he meant for filming.
Oh.
Because they're not going to be erecting track when the park's open. At least I hope they're not.
Yeah, I'll go. Someone will tell me. Like, the thing with me is, like, I'll know when things happen. I'll know.
Daniel Rowley, I think they should move to drones.
U.S. trip last year. Honestly, I could see them doing that. Because I thought about it. Even 300 feet in the air, which is the height envelope for the drones, or 347, is viewable from everywhere in the park. It's just, where do they take them off from? Because you need that massive square.
Top of the mountain.
No, but for the amount of drones that Kings Island had, you need
but their drones, they did 300 drones, and they did it in the plot of land where Vortex's old ride station was. So imagine a ride platform. Imagine Dragonfire's platform.
No,
that's the size
but
they took
300
off from.
drones, and they need to be spaced apart.
Yeah, but that's the amount of land they took off from.
With Vortex and all that, there's not enough land up there for that, for 300 drones. There's literally not. There's not. Guys, come on, help us here.
There, I
300
think there
drones
is.
that need radius for the propellers to not hit each other.
Maybe they might not all be in a rectangle, but
There's no way.
you don't think so?
No, not with You have to avoid all those obstacles.
You would have to close Vortex.
No, but even with the metal there, there's no way. Their best bet would be Splashworks.
I guess you got a wave pool.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you can't land them in the wave pool in the summer.
There
but
definitely is. On top of the mountain for 300 drones?
I think there is.
I don't think so.
Which one roller coaster at Wonderland will get the RMC treatment? Coaster Coaster.
So Wonderland doesn't. So Cedar Fair doesn't build coasters based off of anniversaries, guys. It's a misconception.
I don't think any park does, to be honest.
They stack them. You can't stack the drones.
I'm not a Kings Island. I don't know.
Guys, if I showed you, I have a video. Hold on. I have a video of like 300 drones taking off for the show. It's big space. It's like a football field almost.
But they land on the gravel pit where Vortex's station was, so it's like encompassed in that area. Oh.
I have to go find it now. Give me a sec. Talk to them.
Yeah. And Holiday World 2 actually doesn't use that big of a space. They use like Thunderbird. They use Thunderbird's break run area. Oh. That's what I think. I don't know.
Give it a sec. It'll show a good. Look at that, guys. Look at that.
Is that Kings Islands?
No, this is a drone show. They're all the same amount of. That would not fit on top of the mountain.
I think Kings Islands would. Tim, I love Thunderbird. The parking lot? That's like a demolition derby show in the parking lot.
I'll show one more video because this is in daytime. Look how much space in between the drones. This is the company that does the show, by the way. I followed them. That's not a lot more than 300. Count the ones up in the air right there. That's 300. Actually, that might be less than 300. That's not 300. Look, you can see all the lights. Thoughts on the annoying Coaster Studios? I don't agree with things he's done, but Coaster Studios is definitely one of the most talented people in the industry, so I can't really sit here and say anything bad about him.
Maybe if they turn Victoria's Falls. The problem with that kilometers is there's like a reservoir up there, so when they turn the falls off, there is still water up there.
I guarantee you'll never see 300 drones take off from the top of the mountain. You can't hit Vortex's track, so you can't take off anywhere near there. And there's only little tiny sections. You got to avoid the mountain walls too. There's a radius, guys. Just like coasters, drones have radius. You can't. The reason they take off in a field is because there's no obstacles around them. When you consider radius on top of the mountain, like you can't fit 300 drones up there at all. Like they have to be on a flat surface with no water buildup either. And then on top of that, you have to land them, and it's not plausible. It's not plausible.
Do they use the field by the turnaround at Behemoth? Do you mean the stuff in the water park? I think that's like a grass hill where people lay on.
They could easily use Splashworks. They don't have to take off close together like you saw there. They don't have to be perfectly like uniformed, but they have places in Splashworks
Or
they
like
could.
even the go-kart track.
Yeah. Even mathematically, it will not work. Trust me, there's radius. Radius. Those drone propellers cannot hit each other or other objects.
Why are we arguing about drones? Too close to YYZ? No, you can fly drones over Wonderland. Think about it. If you don't, because he's saying it's too close to YYZ to have a drone show.
Oh, no. So my app shows us the Wonderland's actually just outside of the no-fly zone.
And if you go 300 feet, well, you're at the same height as Windseeker and Leviathan.
Yeah.
Trash the go-karts, agreed. We're the only Cedar Fair park that has them. Do you think the new coaster this year means there's a chance of Wonderland getting the live Snoopy stage show that Cedar Point Nuts has?
We have one. We have a Snoopy show.
Yeah,
and it's live. It's like inside.
Yeah, I'm not quite.
We don't really have the infrastructure to do a show outside of that Snoopy building that they do the shows in already.
But that's a live show with Snoopy.
No, drones can't go higher. So the height envelope is 300, I believe, for drones. I usually fly around like 230. I fly around like Yukon's height. Because there's a helicopter, there's a CP-24 helicopter that always comes by and it scares the crap out of me. So I keep my drone like...
Yeah, they're going to fly them from the highway.
No, drones can't be 400 feet up. I think the max a drone can be... The height envelope for Wonderland is 347 that we found now. They could take off at Kingswood if they remove the tents.
How tall is the mountain? I think it's the tallest peak is 180.
Yeah, so the mountain's 180, and they only need to fly above the mountain for it to be seen everywhere, essentially. Drones are allowed at Wonderland, just not over Wonderland.
Oh my god, Mr. Excellent, I didn't even know. I've been going to King's Dominion for 8 years, and I didn't know they had go-karts.
Really?
No, I didn't. To be fair, though, I only go to one part.
Season Pass holder preview wouldn't be fully announced yet. Like, not fully announced yet. So rides shut down. So if the parks, there's a reason.
Before.
Yeah, there's a reason I don't fly the drone during the operating season unless I'm gonna fly really far back if I had to film something. Yeah, Mr. Sandwich, they could take off from all the roofs on top of International. That would make the most sense, to be honest. No, Canada's Wonderland didn't give me the rules on flying the drone. The only rules that Wonderland sets that technically aren't a rule is flying over the park. Technically, I'm allowed to fly over the park. But because of Wonderland's rules, they can also ban me if I fly over the park. So I just don't fly over the park.
There is no plot of land next to Behemoth. That's a lake. And then you have the trees, and then you have the other side of the road, which isn't Wonderland's property.
Yeah, and people, when Wonderland does fireworks or shows, people gather there. I flew my drone to film one of the fireworks one time, and there was another guy flying his drone. So they would have to get a permit to block off that area, which I think is just too difficult. They have, like, Mr. Sandwich brought up a good point. The rooftops on International would actually work perfect, where the beehives are. Yeah, honestly, I agree with that. It would look cool seeing them come from like the buildings on either side. That would look cool.
Go over the fountain.
Yeah. Honestly, I think Wonderland, it would make, because then drones are cheaper than fireworks. Okay, because Wonderland has to pay a company to make the musical sync and everything. So it's like, I can't see it. I see drones being cheaper.
I actually just thought of something though, and I don't know if I'm right or wrong, but I don't think they could fly anywhere over people where there's a chance a person would be.
You can. Wonderland does it with their drone. You get a permit. And the company that, so there's a permit to fly over festivals and stuff like that. So the company that would do it would have that.
Like even if a drone fell out of the sky?
Yeah. Well, it's really hard for that to happen. But you would have to close all the rides. And drones can be played, like, let's say they did it daily in summer. Every night at 10 p.m. Because they got rid of that, like, mountain show that was really cool.
Starlight Spectacular.
Starlight
they
Spectacular.
Need to bring that back. That was really cool. They spent a lot of money in 2013 redoing the whole waterfall and everything for that.
What? Drone shows aren't that entertaining. One of my favorite shows was the Kings Island one with Snoopy and all that. That was so cute.
And you can like tell a story with the drone show really well. Like the Kings Island one did Evel Knievel when he jumped the buses. It did like the Beast and Snoopy and all the different festivals. But Kings Island also in Holiday World, they did drones and fireworks because drones don't make noise. So they wanted like, I guess, an audible factor too.
Hold on, entertain.
That's a joke.
This is not
under 200 grams. The drones would be what? I don't think drones.
The drones are light, like light.
Thoughts on Wonderland's flooring? I'd love a new ground. Oh, Mr. Excellent. Do you mean like the pathways? If that's what you're talking about, I think Wonderland has some of the best pathways out of any amusement park. A lot of parks go with that horrendous blacktop and concrete, where Wonderland actually has those nice interlock pavers.
You know what, guys? Like, I do see your point about the drones over people. I do.
Yeah.
They could fly them. They could fly them over Splashworks. They could, and you would still see it. It would be in the same spot. You could fly them over Splashworks, then you're not over people. That would be their way around it.
Because now I was even thinking like the mountain or International Street. Imagine if a drone somehow lost control, because those are all GPS controlled, right?
Yeah.
If there's a problem, it flew into like Leviathan.
Yes. Me hacking them. It starts swarming Surrey on Leviathan.
I think that would kill you.
Me calling Surya as he's about to board. You want to play a game?
Yeah. Hey, Kay, I think you should ride the front. Ask for the front, Surya.
Ask for the front, Surya. I think there's gonna be a lot of new shows. I haven't heard anything. Entertainment is not my department where I get inside information. Let me tell you. I'm gonna be honest. Me and the entertainment department aren't exactly the most close, so I won't be getting any inside information from them.
Nothing. Do we have anything in the summer? Nothing. Probably something in May.
What?
Any summer road trips planned?
Yeah, May. Yeah, I want to go to Universal.
I think we're gonna make that happen.
Yeah.
I have nothing planned in the summer. Like I don't like. To be honest, I don't really like going to Carowinds or anything too far south in August because it's too hot.
Jim Jackson of the entertainment department doesn't necessarily like me. I don't know why, to be honest. It was all a misunderstanding over something. Even Grace said it was like it was dumb.
It happened a while ago too.
It was so. And then they've held a huge grudge against me. I get yelled at when I go to the theater for nothing.
Laughed at,
snickered at by everyone in the entertainment department.
It's like grade 2.
This year, though, I've been given, like, what to do if it happens, so I'll make sure, because, like, honestly, Winterfest was getting really annoying. Yeah, Jim Jackson, if you message me on Instagram. Yeah, it was for filming in the theater, so you've always been allowed to film in that theater until this year. So we went to the first show, and I was filming the first show in the theater. If you look at I've never been told no before, and they kept coming up to me, and I was like, well, this has never been a rule before, I don't understand, and they were like, blah, blah, blah. So then I was like, well, is this a rule that, like, you know, Grace would be behind? And they're just like, that's what really made them mad. But, like, in my opinion, I had every right as a guest to question whether the new rule of filming in the theater was a legitimate rule, especially since, like, I filmed every show at Wonderland, and I post them, and a lot of the entertainment people love it. Like, even Tinker's Toy Factory, they love my channel. Like, they loved me filming them, but we weren't allowed to film them. Okay? And once it was explained to me, I went up and I asked the rules. I was like, what are the rules exactly? Remember, I apologized to the girls in Winterfest. I was like, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to, like, you know, upset you. I just need to, like, what is the rule? Like, how long are we allowed to film? Like, blah, blah, blah. And I thought it went really well because she took it really well. But then I found out that there was a lot of snickering and back-talking. And then I guess she over-exaggerated how the conversation went because it went great. I was really nice. I made sure to be, and she was really nice to me too. Like, but I heard that they were really upset. And now ever since we went back to that theater for Winterfest, after that, we were yelled at. the rules were shouted, and then they would snicker and whisper. But you know what? At the end of the day, you're the ones working at Wonderland, and we're the ones visiting.
Not that there's anything wrong with working at Wonderland.
But it pissed me off because they it reminded me of high school, being bullied in high school. That's how we were being treated in that theater, and it made me so mad.
I bet you a lot of the people there, though, were in high school.
Jem, from what we were told from higher ups in Wonderland, that whole issue was mishandled, and we were in the right. Like, we were told by, like, people that matter at Wonderland. Do you see any themed areas being removed? Yeah, action zone. I don't think they'll remove it entirely, though. I think they'll just make a World Expo theme, and they'll keep Backlot and Behemoth and Sledgehammer and Cyclone, and up to Windseeker in that.
You know what I was actually just thinking? If they would ever actually change the paint scheme to Behemoth, and I really don't think they would.
Do you think Kings Island's lineup is better than Cedar Point? I do.
I do, yeah.
Would you ever want Leviathan removed? For a better Giga, yeah.
For Fury.
Surya things. He doesn't have any items today.
I forgot. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Chantel, what's wrong with Leviathan? Yeah, what is wrong with Leviathan?
I think Medfair needs a little revamping. It has some attractions in there that are action zone attractions that make
Drop Tower.
Drop Tower, go-karts. Shockwave, even though technically I think they classify that in Mountain, but that's in Medfair in my opinion. I would like to see gates on that side of the park too as you enter Medfair.
Yeah, you know, that would be cool. I think anything on the other side of that bridge is out at Medfair.
Like the Planet Snoopy Bridge?
No, you know the bridge where you walk by the funnel cake stand? No, I guess the funnel cake stand.
No, in the bat, yeah. Brennan, do you have a gaming channel? I do not.
Remember, you know what? I enjoyed trivia nights actually. I had a lot of fun doing that.
I can't see where Wonderland would fit more toll booths, to be honest.
Like another entrance?
Like another set, yeah.
I can't see where Jane or Major Mac would fit that. I have no idea how high Extreme Skyflyer is.
I think I'm gonna have to end the stream. You guys see my eye is really red and it's pussing.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's like got pus coming out of it.
And it's red, like cherry red. Stop rubbing
It's the contact though, because the minute I take it out, the contact out. So I'll just put a new one in tomorrow. But yeah,
yes, they need to automate the tools. Self-scan.
We'll be at Wonderland every day.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna go to bed. I just drank this iced coffee. Stop. I don't do that. Go with glasses. They don't look good on me. All right. I think that's it. An hour and a half hangout.
That's
longer than
good.
the stream.
That's pretty good. Guys, would you guys want us to do another one of those ranking things, but maybe with like Six Flags perks or a different perk? Like, what about Cedar Point rides?
Yeah, we could do. Every day we'll do one.
Okay.
Every stream, sorry, we'll do one. But yeah. All right. I'm gonna go in Discord, and then you're gonna go home and go live. So go over to his TikTok,
Surya K325, and we go live every night. And it's not that professional, so brace yourself for that.
Awesome.
Thank you guys. This has been another really fun week.
The Karen reviews will come back. Yes, I've just run out of time. We'll bring the Karen reviews back in the next one.